Hello there, and welcome to another album review of The Shield Dude in the Couch. I'm your host, Hector, and today we're going to talk about the new release by the band Psycroptic called Divine Council. This is the band's eighth album, and for those of you that don't know the band, they're a technical death metal band from Tasmania, an island that's part of Australia. And they've been around for a few years now, and I've been following them for like the last few years. I discovered them more in 2015, and they have evolved from being very brutal to even they're more technical, but they use more melody in the last few albums. Uh, this is an album that came out last Friday, and I think it's one of the strongest releases that came out on that Friday. So, what can I say about Divine Council by Psycroptic? If you like technical riffing, if you like those like technical death metal vocals and really fast and pummeling for 9 tracks and 38 minutes, you will enjoy this. The album doesn't have a whole lot of variation. Like a lot of songs like follow the same type of formula, but it's really tight playing. The first songs that start the album start super fast with Rend Asunder and A Fool's Errand, and you get a lot of like technical guitar playing, a lot of blast beats throughout these songs. I think every song on this album has blast beats at some point in the songs, and they start the album, like it gets your attention. They never take the foot off the gas for the whole 38 minutes. You don't have a time to get bored with this album because it just keeps going and going, and it's really good. It's they sound really tight as a band. uh Other songs, out of those 9 songs that really I liked a lot, Enslavement, I thought had a different beginning with a more clean sounding guitar, not as fast paced, that it gave the song a little bit of breathing, and then it goes into the really fast technical death metal style. uh, then there's songs like Ashes of the Empire and Exitus that finishes the album, that they throughout the song they have like some female choruses, but they sound like faintly in the background, but they add some layering to the song which make them feel more grandiose, more like cinematic, if you will. And Ashes of the Empire is really good. A lot of more technical riffing. For example, on that one, I think the female like chanting vocals in the background really enhance, especially with the singer singing on top of them. It gives him a really like eerie mood, and very symphonic as well. Exitus is also one that does this, and I think it's a very great album closer that really does things well. Other songs that I thought were interesting were the Prophet's Council. The Prophet Council starts more with a like kind of like a little bit of a flamenco Spanish guitar at the beginning, which gave it a little different flair. So, what are the pros of this album and what are the cons? So, the pros of this album is that it's very technical. I wouldn't say there's a bad song on this album. I think that the band are really tight in their playing, and all there's great riffing on this album. What are the cons for me? Even though there are some slight differences in the song, I thought that most of the songs did kind sounded a little bit similar. So sometimes you finish a song and it went to another, and you couldn't tell which song had ended and which one had begun, which is a minor nitpick because it's still an amazing album. But that's the only thing that I would say would be a negative. Maybe a little bit more of variation on the songs would have been great. Most of the songs, they're not more than 5 minutes, so they're almost like 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes. So they follow like a formula throughout, but it is effective nonetheless. So mine are these little nitpicks that I have with the album. I still think this is an album worthy of your time. If you like technical death metal, you will enjoy this. Maybe this is a band that you haven't heard of, but you should check them out because they can compete with some of the best. So, what did you think of Psycroptic and their album Divine Council? Did you like the technicality? Did you think that the album was just okay? Comment. What were your favorite tracks? I would really want to know. So if you're liking the videos that I'm putting out, don't forget to give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe. I have more content on the way. So until next time, this is Hector, the Shield Dude in the couch, and I'll see you right here on the couch. Thank you and good night.